Hello and welcome to the Formula of One. This is my third episode. I just want to do a bit of housekeeping. I've been told I should script what I'm going to say. I make bullet points and I try to refer to them, but I'm not a professional, so give me a little bit of leeway. But this one's basically going to be on a reaction to the Grand Prix in Italy, but mostly, I hope, it will be about the realities and the expectations of Formula One that has come to pass over the last few years and what's wrong with it and where it should try and get back to what it used to be. So, well, in my opinion, the better times, and this expectation that every race has to be a blockbuster. It never was, it never will be. Well, it might be, but it'll be gimmicked up and fake and not as good as it used to be, in my opinion. But anyway, first of all, Conor Gardner, you put a post up on Facebook saying that the Italian Grand Prix weekend's usually your favourite, but you were disappointed. Mate, are you mad or are you mental? How many Italian Grand Prix you watched? They're always a one-stop show. 9 out of 10 of them. You had wet practice, cars spinning off. You had a qualifying session that was mental. And you had a race where you had a battle for the lead with 3 cars. What else do you want? Let's get to some of your points. Wasn't as good as it normally was. Penalties. Nah, it was borderline. He got a black and white flag. The black and white flag hasn't been around in a while until it came back in after Austria when Verstappen and Leclerc had a little bing bang for the lead, which is what we wanted. You can't penalise every move. Yes, the first one was a bit dodgy. Second one, he got away with. He got a black and white flag for the first one. Fair enough. The second one, in its own merits, borderline. When he went across the chicane, there's no query about him having to give it back. He was well in front of Hamilton. He did give away the lead. And Hamilton can outbrake himself, but doesn't have to give anything up. So that fair plays that one. What else did you say? I've noted it down, Connor, don't worry. Vettel. Oh no, we won't get on to Vettel yet. I'm going to defend Bottas, because you said he wasn't a championship driver. I don't think he is a championship driver. But he had a go at Leclerc and couldn't get it done either. Hamilton had a go, burnt his tyres out, went through the chicane. Bottas didn't go through the chicane, but he outbraked himself a couple of laps to go and he lost his chance. So you can't really say, oh, Bottas didn't get it done. He had 7 laps, younger tyres or something, but he still had to make up time, which would have taken energy out of the tyres. And I think he's a bit harsh, although it was a good opportunity for him to show a bit of cojones. Your Vettel comment. Vettel came into Formula One through Red Bull. It was his team. He was brought up and he was nurtured through it. He's now in a team which I don't think they've got that much affection for him, because he doesn't win races that he should, and he doesn't win races that he shouldn't, which is what Schumacher done, which is what Villeneuve done. Obviously, Jacques Villeneuve's dad, not Villeneuve. They like that knit and grit. They love the Lacey. They love Gerhard Berger. They didn't win every race, but they put their art on in their driving. They're legends there still. And he just doesn't have that relationship. And every time a quicker driver comes along, you had Ricciardo at Red Bull. He got his nose out of joint and he just made mistakes. And he's doing the same now. I never used to like him as a person because he was just winning all the time. But saying that, being a Schumacher fan is a bit stupid. But then I like the way he talks. I like him as a person. But now the more I like him as a person, the less I respect him as a racist. Not less respect, but he's just not doing it, is he? And I don't know what he can do. He's 32. He could jump ship, but where's he going to go? He's not going to go to Mercedes. So, yeah, we'll have to come on to that one in a different one, because I do want to move on. I should split this up into 2, because it does go on a bit. What else did you say about the thing? Yeah, I've done the thing. Right, Connor, you're done. Right, now should I do this in another video? No, I'll just carry on. Right, the expectation against realism of Formula One. It's a myth that every race in the past was a blockbuster. And it shouldn't be either. Because magical moments, you look at Ben Stokes, when he whacked the bleeding Aussies around the pitch, last man stand. That doesn't happen every year. It was 31 years since both of them done it. But it wouldn't be special if it happened every day, every year. You have the miracle at Medina in the golf. It's pure passion of sport. It's a once in a lifetime of seeing something happen that shouldn't happen. It's a magical moment. PK and Mansell at Stowe Corner, when 87 I think it was, sparking down, Mansell throws him a dummy, PK goes that way, Mansell goes the other way. It's in your head because it's a magical moment. It wasn't brought along by DRS or some gimmick in the game. It was pure motor racing. Hakkinen overtaking Schumacher at Spa 2000. He didn't have DRS. And it's just this expectation that every race has got to be good. If you look at NASCAR and IndyCar, their viewing figures are down. They just chased gimmicks. There's a good, if you look on YouTube and search the downfall of NASCAR, there's some good videos on it, and it tells you exactly what happened. The sponsors came in, it became a corporate business. Formula One's always been a business for the teams, but now you've got the Yankees in there, and it's becoming a corporate business. It's not a sporting business, and this is what's killing the sport, because they're going, oh well, we need this is what we want. Just let it happen. You need the hardcore. The hardcore fans understand racing. They're going to know that every race isn't going to be wheel to wheel banging, and you've got to know the sport as well. So where was I? I'm sorry, I'm getting away with myself there. Just look up an example in NASCAR of what's happened to that, because their viewing figures are down, but they're making more money, but no one's watching it because live sport's a corporate event. So how does that work? Does that mean, oh, it must be doing well because it's making money? No, not in my book. It might do for some accountant, but not me. I think I've gone off tact a bit here. Getting a bit irate. What can you do to enjoy the sport more? You've got to learn what the sport involves, the tactics, the rules of the sport, tactical knowledge, engineering knowledge. All this will really help, because it's not just going around. It's like someone saying football, oh, you just kick the ball in the goal. After you were screaming at this, going, what the? No, it ain't. It's about this, it's about that. It's how you play, how you do your defence, your tactics. That's all in Formula One. But you've got a driver, you've got the team, you've got the mechanics, you've got things that can go wrong. You've got things that can be an amazing bit of tactical genius, like Ross Brawn many a times at Ferrari, or Pat Simmons trying to get PK to go in the wall so Alonso could win. Do you know what I mean? So understand what's going on. It's not just about crashing and overtaking. So I've put some bullet points down, just like learn the rules and regulations. It's like, how far's a Grand Prix? What types of tyres need to be used? Difference in tyres. When should you push? When should you not push? What's the undercut? What's the overcut? Because pit stops, they go, oh, well, Formula One just used to be overtaken in pit stops. But it was still tactically intriguing of who got it right, who got it, because there were some massive mistakes. There's been some massive mistakes in recent seasons with Hamilton at Monaco and I think Ricciardo at Monaco, where they lost the race for what, and you're sitting there going, how can I know more than you? If you pit now, you're going to lose, and they do it. That's excitement as well, and it's stupidity on their half. So just get to know what's going on. If I go and watch a Grand Prix, last time I went and watched a Grand Prix, I knew what tyre. You're listening to my mate was listening to a radio. I'm looking at the cars, I'm looking at the colour of the tyres, I'm timing them on fence posts. I don't need to hear that, because I know I've watched the sport so long, I can pretty much tell who's pitted, where they are, where they're coming out. And that's not me bragging, it's just what you get for watching it for 20, 25 years or whatever it is. And it's more exciting than someone who just walks into the sport and goes, oh, nothing happened there. And you're like, well, it's just because you've watched one race and you have no idea what's going on. There's been some pretty good score draws in football. Doesn't mean it was boring. There's been some 0-0 draws. Well, most of them are boring, but do you know what I mean? So anyway, what did I want to end on? I'll keep going off on one. That was about a NASCAR. Yeah, I do recommend looking up NASCAR, the downfall of NASCAR, because there is some good points in there. Just type in downfall of NASCAR, you'll get a few things come up. Once I know how to put videos in, I will do. But I think that's about it now. And if this does seem a bit rushed and whatever, it's because I can't edit, so I can't stop and restart and make it look professional yet. But if I get a decent editing equipment or something, I want to be able to put pictures up and examples and things. So bear with me, it's my 3rd episode. And we're off to Singapore next, which I will be honest, I don't know much about, but I would like to go and watch the Grand Prix in Singapore because it does look like a blinding venue. Anyway, I'll catch you later.